As promised, the Prime Minister has met with the Consultant Physician Staff Association to hear for himself their concerns. We spoke with CPSA President Dr. Loxley Munro, who gave us some insight into how that meetup went.
Primarily, we spoke about the financial challenges that government and the PHA have. We spoke about the financial challenges that the senior physicians have and the terms and conditions of their service that have not changed for more than 12, 13 years. He was very accommodating and understanding of our position, and he asked us to understand their position. His suggestion was that we make a priority list and our concerns would be addressed in that manner.
In terms of finances, Dr. Munro says the government argues that it is financially strapped.
In other words, what he was saying is they cannot meet all the high demand. But if we organize them in a particular manner, then they can, the request, the reasonable things would be met.
Coming out of that meeting, there's still no guarantee, says the doctor, that there will be significant change.
The fact that he said that, it's one thing, but whether or not the whole administration and the managers, if their attitude would change to synchronize with his statement, that is still going to take a lot of work to ensure that his approach and his attitude is synchronized and in line with the approach and attitude of the PHA board and the other administrators. So there's still work to be done.
The CPSA plans to follow through with the plan to take a strike vote. 6 were arraigned today in the magistrate court on traffic-related charges. Among the 6, 2 were women. Our BJ McDermott was in the court today and has the details.
The magistrate's court saw 6 Bahamians arraigned, all in connections with separate traffic fatalities. In the first instance, 26-year-old Taylor Pratt was charged with 1 count of killing in the course of dangerous driving, 1 count of failing to remain stationary after an accident, and 1 count of driving whilst not covered under a third-party insurance. According to reports, on Friday, September 21st, while at New Providence, Pratt drove a vehicle east along Tony Williams Darling Highway in a manner dangerous to the public, thereby causing the death of Mr. Marvin Pinder. Pratt pleaded guilty to the first 2 counts. With regards to count 1, Pratt was fined $10,000 or 2 years in prison. In count 2, Pratt was fined $500 or 6 months in prison. Pratt will return to court on November 12th to determine if she will be charged for count 3. 41-year-old Eddie Paul, who was in the car with Pratt at the time of the traffic fatality, was charged with deceit of a public officer. He pleaded guilty and was fined $3,000 or 3 years in prison. Meantime, 47-year-old Terrence Ferguson was charged with 1 count of killing in the course of dangerous driving and 1 count of failure to remain stationary after an accident. He pleaded not guilty to both charges. It is alleged that Ferguson, on August 7th, driving west along Graham Drive in a manner dangerous to the public, caused the death of Mr. Kendino Rudent. His bail was set at $8,000 and he was remanded until November 12th. 37-year-old Kadeem Bowe was charged with 1 count of killing in the course of dangerous driving and 1 count of driving whilst not covered under third-party insurance. Bowe is being charged with the traffic fatality that caused the death of Jean Lubin on Foster Street, Chippenham. Bowe pleaded guilty to all counts. He was given a fine of $10,000 or 6 months in prison regarding count 1 and a $100 fine or 5 days in prison regarding count 2. And lastly, 26-year-old Kristen Reckley was charged with 2 counts of killing in the course of dangerous driving and 1 count of driving whilst not covered under third-party insurance. She is charged in respect to the double fatality on Marathon Road, which occurred on September 16th. She pleaded guilty to all counts and was remanded until October 10th. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Former chairman of the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation, Dr. Dwayne Sands, is pointing the finger at the former administration for the majority of the BMC's toxic loans. You see, based on Dr. Sands' timeline and calculations, most of the loans fell into default during the 5-year period of the first Christie government.
The side opposite has run the mortgage corporation into the ground by incompetence, by mismanagement, by a simple lack of caring. They have booked loans that should not have been booked. They have awarded mortgages as rewards to the party faithful. They have refused to fund the bond sinking fund as they should. And as a consequence, Mr. Speaker, we are all paying for it now.
And here's why he asserts this was allowed to happen.
From 2002, F&M is voted out of power. Through you, Mr. Speaker. The sinking fund deficit was $50 million. By 2007, it was $101 million.
Opposition leader Philip Davis denied the accusations. Meantime, the BMC has issued vacant orders on homeowners who had become delinquent with their loan payments. The Prime Minister is looking to ensure that once he and other senior F&Ms move off the scene, the young politicians are well equipped to take over. So here's what's planned.
Moving forward, Mr. Speaker, as I am a strong believer of succession planning, it is my intention that all international meetings that I attend in the future, moving forward, be it CARICOM, Commonwealth, a member of Parliament, backbencher, will accompany me at each respective meeting.
St. Barnabas MP Shannon Dawn Cartwright last week delivered the Prime Minister's speech on non-communicable diseases to a high-level UN meeting. The Prime Minister's UN trip also included an address to the Nelson Mandela Peace Summit and participation in the Bloomberg Roundtable business discussion.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.